So, guys, it was another day of trial of Nnamdi Kanu in court today, as the prosecution lawyer examined the witness that was brought today again. We know that most of these witnesses are coming from the DSS, and one of them was in court today to testify against Nnamdi Kanu. You know, I'm just going to allow you to take a look at how he was questioned, you know, at the time of his testimony. The witness testifying against Nnamdi Kanu, you are going to be listening to the questions put forward to the witness by the prosecution, and then the witness was responding. This video is brought to you by Breaking News Channel TV. Take your time and watch it, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Take a look.
Today, Nnamdi Kanu arrived Abuja High Court, which is on 13 June 2025. You guys even need to listen to what is really happening. You guys need to listen to what is going on in court. You guys need to listen to what is going on in court, because according to them, the defense team was already giving it to the prosecution witnesses so well. So this is what happened in court today. It says today court proceedings just kickstarted. Today's court proceedings just kickstarted. Both defending and the prosecuting counsels have their routine introductions. After the mentioning of the matter by the court official, witness PW4 DDD has moved to the witness box and introduced himself as a DSS agent. Preliminary examination of witnesses commences, and the prosecuting counsel asked, "Do you know who Nnamdi Kanu is?" Then the next says, the witness said, "Yes, he's the indigenous people of Biafra, leader Nnamdi Kanu, who has been calling for the breakup and secession of Southeast from Nigeria." And the prosecuting counsel went on and said, "How can you describe him?" The witness said, "He is a terrorist." The prosecuting counsel went on and said, "How did you get to know him?" The witness said, "I knew him when he was arrested in Lagos, and he incites people through Radio Biafra." Then the prosecuting counsel now asked, "Where did he keep the transmitter used in airing Radio Biafra?" Then he said the witness now said, "Nnamdi Kanu kept it in one Benjamin Madibu's house at Obelusi Uzo." The prosecuting counsel now said, "Who was assigned to carry out the transmitter search?" The witness said, "I was to carry out the search, locate the transmitter, and retrieve it." Then the prosecuting counsel asked, "Move towards the witness box and show the max witness the search warrant for the transmitter." This was when the prosecuting counsel now moved towards the witness box, and she now showed the max witness the search warrant for the transmitter. Then the prosecuting counsel now said, "In whose name was the search warrant issued?" Then the witness said, "In the presence of Madu Buibu at his house in Obulu Isuzo." That was where they said that Nnamdi Kanu kept the transmitter. So he went on saying, something. He said, "We should also note that the presiding judge has raised eyebrow on live reports and transcription of court proceedings. In other words, he does not want further reports and prefers secret trials, but we must continue." This was when the presiding judge was saying that he does not want any live reports. This was the same thing he did the last time when Nnamdi Kanu came to court. He said that he doesn't want to see any media report. He doesn't want to see any live reports. But trust people now, people still went as far as covering what is happening in court today. So guys, stay tuned. Let's also look at what's also going on in court. So looking at what is going on, it says the examination of witness PW4 DDD continues. Then the prosecution said, "What are the contents of the container you found at Benjamin Madibu's house?" You guys remember that the witness said that Nnamdi Kanu kept that transmitter in Benjamin Madibu's house. So the prosecution said, "What are the contents you found in that container at Benjamin Madibu's house?" And the witness said, 2 pump action guns, live bullets, 2 pistols, and cartridge. We ordered Benjamin Madibugu to open the transmitter, and when he did, we only saw household items. And the prosecution went on further saying, is what you are holding in your hand now the same video that was handed over to you for the transmitter investigation? And the witness answered, yes, it is. The video evidence has been tendered by the prosecuting counsel and presiding judge, marked it as an exhibit. So stay tuned. It says the next thing that really happened was now when the prosecution now asked, where were the contents of materials found during the raid of Benjamin Madubugu's house? Because when they found out that they said that Nnamdi Kanu kept the transmitter in Benjamin Madubugu's house. So the prosecution was not asking him what were the contents or the materials that were found during the raid of Benjamin Madubugu's house, because actually they went to raid that man's house because they found an information that Nnamdi Kanu kept it there. And the witness answered that the only thing that he saw there was 2 pump actions were found in the container. Chimezie moved household stuff. I was asked to keep the container. Nnamdi Kanu and Chimezie came and inspected the container. Guys, this is what is really happening. When the witness said that what he found in that transmitter was 2 pump actions was found in the container, and the Chimezie moved household stuff. I was asked to keep the container. Nnamdi Kanu and Chimezie came and inspected the container. So looking at what next happened, it says that examination of witness PW for DDD then continues. This time around, the prosecution asks, in your 25 years of work in the Southeast, how would you describe the atmosphere of the Southeast? And the witness said, life has been made difficult due to the IPOB activities, IPOB committing terrorist acts. This is what they asked the witness. Then the prosecution went on and asked, are all members of IPOB and Eastern Security Network too? And the witness said, yes, they enforce Nnamdi Kanu instructions, they attack security agents, especially Hausa and Fulani. Then that was when everybody started laughing in court, because the prosecution said, asked, are all of them members of IPOB and Eastern Security Network? And the witness said, yes, that they enforce Nnamdi Kanu's instruction, and that they're always attacking security agents like Hausa and Fulani. Then people started laughing in court because of the particular statements that the witness said. So reading on here, it says that examination of witness PW4DD continues, and the prosecution said, how did you identify Eastern Security Network? And the witness said, they move in large groups. Eastern Security Network engaged in more of guerrilla warfare. Nnamdi Kanu gives instructions through Radio Biafra, especially on Biafran Day, May 30th, for them to attack, especially government agencies. Our facilities listens to all Nnamdi Kanu broadcasts, and the prosecution applies to play the broadcast of May 29th. And you guys even need to listen to the broadcast that they played in court, because when they asked him, how do you identify Eastern Security Network? He said that they all moved in large crowd, and this was the broadcast they played in court. Guys, take a look at this broadcast, and I'll be right back for us to continue the examination of the witness. Guys, take a look at this video. So my people, I actually played that video for you guys because that was the video that was played in court today, because the witness said that the prosecution asked him, how do you identify Eastern Security Network? And the witness said they move in large groups, and the Eastern Security Network engaged in more of the guerrilla warfare, and Nnamdi Kanu gives instructions through Radio Biafra, especially on Biafran Day, May 30th, for them to attack, especially government agencies. So the now prosecution now said that, okay, let us play the broadcast of what really happened, and that was the broadcast that you guys just watched. You guys just watched where this Biafra, that's the Biafra people were saying that give us Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to follow man. So you guys just watched that video. So the continuation of what is going on in court now, it says that the witness is trying to convince the judge that these are Eastern Security Network members, because that video that was played in court, he was saying that those people that you guys saw in that video, that the Eastern Security Network, so you Eastern Security Network members, so he was trying to convince the judge that that is what they are. And the prosecutor now asked him, how do you identify Eastern Security Network? And the witness said they move in large groups. That's what he said. And lo and behold, below are the people witness that they called Eastern Security Network. So those people, you guys just watched the broadcast now of where they were shouting, all we are saying is give us Biafra. So that thing you guys were watching was what the witness was actually trying to convince the judge, that those people were Eastern Security Network members. So guys, let us take a look at what is also going on in court just now. It says that Nnamdi Kanu broadcast being played has ended, and the prosecutor decided to discontinue the first broadcast. The review of Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast, where he boldly said no business person, no mosque or churches should be touched. So you guys remember when Nnamdi Kanu said that? So continue, he said the witness, this is not the examination of witness. PW4GDD continues. The witness narrated that Gulak was killed on Monday. Suffice to say that May 30th, 2021 was on Sunday and not Monday, as claimed by the witness. Prosecution said, is it at home still ongoing? And the witness said, yes, my lord. So continuation of it. Then they asked the witness. Then the prosecution asked, who is Ikonso? And the witness said he is one of the feared Eastern Security Network members. On April 5th, Ikonso led an attack on the Imo State Coronation Center. The prosecutor has decided to discontinue the first broadcast. In the broadcast, Nnamdi Kanu, where he boldly said no business person, mosques or churches should be touched. Now, this was when the prosecution was asking the witness, do you know who is Ikonso? And the witness said yes, that Ikonso is a feared Eastern Security Network member, that on April 5th, Ikonso led an attack on the Imo State Coronation Center. That was why he claimed that Ikonso is the most feared in Eastern Security Network, because on April 5th, Ikonso led an attack on the Imo State Coronation Center. Now, the prosecutor has decided to discontinue the first broadcast. In the broadcast, when Nnamdi Kanu, where he boldly said no businesses, person, mosques or churches should be touched. And I could remember this vividly, that I remember when Nnamdi Kanu was saying it, that please, if you guys are doing whatever you're doing, don't touch any church, don't touch any mosque, don't touch any person's business. Nnamdi Kanu said it clearly, and we heard it. He said it and we heard it. So continuation of what is going on in court right now, it says that emergency broadcast of Ikonso by Nnamdi Kanu was being played. Nnamdi Kanu cried, prayed for him, and questioned why he was killed at home. Nnamdi Kanu, Ikonso was not killed on a battlefield or shot out, but in his house while he was resting. Nnamdi Kanu, Enugu State Governor, chased by Fulanese, and it was never reported. He will mourn Ikonso as the Oba. Nnamdi Kanu stated during the broadcast. Hope Uzodinma approached Ikonso to manage a bubagu. He said he approached Ikonso to manage a bubagu, and because he refused, he was killed at his home. Nnamdi Kanu said during the broadcast. Broadcast of 28th of April 2021 was now being played in court. To be honest, guys, this is actually very shocking that the death of Ikonso was as a result of that he was not willing to lead the bubagus, and that was the reason why he was killed. According to what Nnamdi Kanu is saying, that Hope Uzodinma approached this Ikonso to manage a bubagu, and because he refused, he was like, he doesn't want to manage it. Then he was killed at his home while resting, because Nnamdi Kanu said he was killed at his home while resting. That's what he said in the broadcast. And the broadcast was also played in court, because they asked the witness, do you know who is a Ikonso? And he said, yes, he is the most feared. So because of the fact that okay, this Ikonso is someone that they fear a lot, the fact that oh, this man is a very strong security network member, then Hope Uzodinma now try to see if he's going to lure him to be able to manage the Ebibagus. You see you see what is happening here? Now, because he refused, because I've said that here, this man is fearless, he's bold, he's enough. He wanted him to be the leader of Ebibagu, but this man has refused because he was for IPOB. And because of he refused, they not decided to kill him in his house. Cold-bloodedly, they just killed him in his house because he refused to represent the Ebibagu, because he refused to manage the Ebibagus, just like what Hope Uzodinma said. Because he refused, that is why they buy this man. And Nnamdi Kanu said it in his broadcast so that everybody will be aware of what is going on in court. Now, continuation, it said, according to Uzomma, aka Onyami, I'm sure you guys know, he said, according to Uzomma, aka Onyami statement, a probably witness interrogated by the DSS and compelled to testify against the indigenous people of Biafra leader, he claimed that Nnamdi Kanu directed him to kill 2,000 people, but he only killed 30. Guys, are you guys really listening to what is really happening? Uzoma aka Onyami has come out to say something about Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know if you guys know the person. Uzoma aka Onyami. This was his statement. He said that a probably witness interrogated by the DSS and compelled to testify to testify against the indigenous people of Biafra leader. He claimed that Nnamdi Kanu directed him to kill 2,000 people, but he only killed 30. Like, you guys can see, people went as far as asking him for evidence. Like, where's the evidence that Nnamdi Kanu told you to kill 20,000 and you killed 30? Imagine what is going on in court. Like, people went as far as, you need to listen to people's reaction. People said, like, this is just laughable. Nnamdi Kanu said you should kill 2,000 people. Where and how? How? Where's the evidence? And people went as far as saying, I hope that this man that said this is aware that if he is going to be in prison if they found out that what he said is wrong. I hope he knows very well that he's going to prison after all this. But I believe it's not because of this, because I believe he's very much aware that if they found out that what he just said is a lie, thereby accusing Nnamdi Kanu, saying that Nnamdi Kanu ordered him to kill 2,000, and he went ahead and killed 30. I hope he's aware that if his information was not right, that he is going to court. That's what many people are trying to say. Now, so many people, so sorry for the network issue. So looking at what is going on, many people started asking and questioning what this particular witness said in court. He was like saying that this is just a laughable matter. How can Nnamdi Kanu tell you to kill 2,000 people, and you, as an adult that is not even under duress, you will not go and kill 30 people? And people say that I hope he's aware. I hope this man is aware that he's going to be arrested for this particular thing. Look at the way these witnesses are just implicating themselves, but they're not even aware. Just look at the way they're implicating themselves. People went as far as saying, imagine stupidity. Someone that is not your father, not even a family member, ordered you to commit a crime and you obeyed him. Bro, you better get ready to do jail. This is what people are telling him, that you should just get ready to do jail, because you are not even under duress. It's just not like you're under pressure. Someone told you to go and do something and you went to do it. He doesn't even know that he's implicating himself by saying this kind of thing in court. Hope he's ready to face what is the outcome of all these things he said. Hope is ready. And people went as far as saying that, look at the way he's just implicating himself. What if what he said now, he accused Nnamdi Kanu for what he did not do? Hope is aware that he's going to be in prison for this particular false witnessing. Because like I told you guys, according to Uzomma, aka Onyami statement, it says a proper witness interrogated by the DSS and compelled to testify against the individual people of Biafra leader, he claimed that Nnamdi Kanu directed him to kill 2,000 people, but he only killed 30, and many Nigerians have started attacking him. They went as far as asking, what is this man trying to say? You are not under duress. I hope you know that this is false accusation against Nnamdi Kanu. But even if it's true, nobody forced you to kill anybody. You are not under duress. A grown full man. All of a sudden, this Uzoma, aka Onyami, is coming to tell us that Nnamdi Kanu told him to do something. And you have many Nigerians have started asking him, you're a full grown man. You are not under duress. Nnamdi Kanu did not point a gun on your head and say you must do it. You carried out the tax. You carry that. I hope he is aware that but what he's trying to do now is to implicate himself, because if they later find out that this man is lying, or he's trying to accuse Nnamdi Kanu for what he did not do, I hope he knows that he's going to be in jail. Yeah, that's what many people are saying. I hope he's aware that he's going to be in jail for this kind of false witnessing, because they remember when Nnamdi Kanu said, don't touch mosques, don't touch church, don't touch people's businesses. People went as far as saying that implicating himself. Someone alleged you to commit a crime and you committed it, and you're an adult and not under duress. Like, what is even wrong with some people? And this is a comment coming from someone now. This person said, DOS testifying for Zoo against Nnamdi Kanu to smear him without evidence. Today, a witness, probably DOS, claimed Nnamdi Kanu direct him to kill 2000. I hope your senses are all in order. Like, to be honest, this is a very laughable something. Someone asked you to do something, not like you're under duress. You did it. You did it. Nnamdi Kanu did not point a gun at you. You went to France and carried out that tax. And you're coming out in court to say such a thing. I hope you know you'll be in prison for this particular statement you made. Like, look at how the witness is just bringing out himself, implicating himself, and thereby disgracing himself. And he's going to provide evidence of this. Yes, he must provide it in court. He must tell us what he really means by Nnamdi Kanu told him to buy. He must tell us, this Onyami must tell us what he really means by Nnamdi Kanu told him to kill 2000 people and he went to kill 30 people without like, not like he was pointed a gun at his head. Because I remember this law that says that there was this particular law that they were talking about, Metu Alali, this leader of Fulani people. They were like, the reason why, according to what I heard, they said the reason why they released Metu Alali was because he was only giving instructions to people to carry out the tax, but he never carried gun to buy anybody. And they said that was the reason why Tinubu released him. Now, according to what is going on now, they said that Nnamdi Kanu said, Onyami said that Nnamdi Kanu ordered him to buy 2000 people and he bought 30 people. But they should not forget that this same Onyami now that is talking, Nnamdi Kanu never pointed a gun at his head. Nnamdi Kanu never told him to, okay, you must buy these people I told you to buy, or else I'm going to buy. He never said it. He did it. He was not under duress. He was not under pressure. So he carried out the tax, meaning he wanted to do it. A full-grown man is coming out to tell us that Nnamdi Kanu ordered him, and this Onyami is coming out to tell us that Nnamdi Kanu ordered him to do such a thing, and he did it. This is to tell you guys that these people are looking for every possible means to bring him down. Look at they went as far as cooking up things against him. They went as far as bringing evidences against him in order to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu does not win this court. But we all pray that this court case today is going to actually vindicate Nnamdi Kanu. Just like I told you guys what really happened in court. So it says that the prosecution team went as far as asking this the witness, does he know who Ikonso is? Because Nnamdi Kanu have already come out to start telling us who Ikonso and how Ikonso was killed. Now the witness said that Ikonso was a feared member of Eastern Security Network. He said he was the most feared. And Nnamdi Kanu told us in a broadcast that the reason why they acquired Ikonso was because Ikonso said that he does not want to because Hope Uzodinma approached Ikonso to manage Ibubagu, but because he refused, he was killed at his home. Nnamdi Kanu said during the broadcast. They said that this Ikonso was killed at home because Nnamdi Kanu said that Ikonso was not killed on a battlefield or shot out, but in his house. Why did I say? Because people are assuming that, oh, maybe when he went to war or when he went to fight for Biafra, that was when they killed him. But Nnamdi Kanu told us in the broadcast that he was not killed on a battlefield, because that's what they're trying to cover it up now. They're trying to cover it up that Nnamdi Kanu was killed that Ikonso was killed in a battlefield, while it was not so. They were trying to say that he was killed on a battlefield, he was shot out he was shot out. But Nnamdi Kanu said that is a lie. That's what happened to Ikonso. That was that he was resting in his house and the enemies came to buy him in his house. He went as far as saying that Enugu State governor chased by Fulanis and it was never reported. And he went and said, we will mourn Ikonso as the Oba Nnamdi Kanu stated during the broadcast. And he said Hope Uzodinma, he also made these shocking revelations about Hope Uzodinma. Now, in looking at this thing that Nnamdi Kanu said about Hope Uzodinma, He said that Hope Uzodinma approached Ikonso to manage the embargo, and because he refused, he was killed at his home. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said during the broadcast. Now, this is actually a shocking revelation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made here. So, if you start looking for who killed Ikonso or how Ikonso death happened, you should be looking at Hope Uzodinma. If we are to point our allegations, then we should be looking towards that direction, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had just made in a revelation, just revealed to us now that Hope Uzodinma approached Ikonso to manage a embargo, and because he refused, like I told you guys, they said that Ikonso was the most feared. And when you say somebody is the most feared Eastern Security Network member, that means he's the most strong, he's the most powerful in that Eastern Security. So the Hope Uzodinma felt that, oh, this man can actually be the leader of Ebubago. Oh, this man can actually be someone that, because in anything being the leader, you need a very strong person. So they felt that Hope Uzodinma felt that, oh, he can actually do the task. And when he approached Ikonso, that's the late Ikonso, they asked he asked him, can you be the leader, or can you manage Ibago? And he said no, he can't do that. And immediately he was spied at his home. That was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in his broadcast. This is actually very bad. This is actually very bad. And people say that like this broadcast that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said has actually vindicated the death of Ikonso. Yes, that's actually vindicated the death of Ikonso, because people were feeling that, oh, he was killed in a battlefield. Oh, he was killed. Nobody knew what was going on about him. Nobody knew. They were all feeling that he was killed in the battlefield. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that was a lie. That this man was killed at home while he was resting. Like why he was resting. To be honest, guys, I will not lie to the Nigerian government has failed. It's as if this is war that these people want. Like, it's just as if it is war that they want. This is actually very, very bad. Let us actually take a look at what again is going on in court. Let's actually take a look at what has happened. I want to show you guys a video of when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrived to court. Like I told you guys that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man who is feared by many. Let me tell you something. This is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why you see these terrorists cannot be able to attack Southeast. I'm telling you guys the honest truth. They fear that man so much that, you see, their whole insecurity is stopping in the northern side because of the fear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why they cannot really attack in the Southeast like that. You guys even need to see how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court today, and I'll be right back. So maybe will you guys just listen and watch how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrived in court? When I tell you guys that this man is a respected man, I'm telling you guys honestly, this is a man that has never given up on Biafra or denied Biafra at all. He will still tell you that, yes, I'm the leader of Biafra. Yes, I'm the one I want. He knows what he wants. A man that is not afraid of anything that is happening. A man that said that what do I need cars and money for? What I want is Biafra. That he doesn't need cars, he doesn't need all those money, that all he wants is Biafra, and they must give him Biafra, whether they like it or not. This is a man who has said that he doesn't care about the outcome of anything, but he's going to make sure that the Indigbos get their freedom very soon. You can see the way he arrived court, a man that is being fed. You can see the respect they were giving him when he was arriving court. You can see the way they were respecting him. Now, something shocked me when they asked the witnesses in the court today. They asked them, are you guys aware of Eastern Security Network? They said yes, and they asked them this strange question. They told them that, how do you identify the Eastern Security Network? This was what the prosecution counsel was asking the witnesses. He said, how do you identify the Eastern Security Network? And do you know what he said? He said that the Eastern Security Network, they move in large crowd. That is what he said. He said that all of them, they used to move in large crowd. And lo and behold, are the people the witness are calling Eastern Security Network. This is what they played in court to them. They said that these are the people that he's calling the Eastern Security Network. They are the ones that they move in large crowd. That's what the witness said. Guys, take a look at this video and I'll be right back.
Fulani can control you however they like. Once they announce it, Yoruba newspapers very foolishly and stupidly will support them because they want Tinubu as the president. And you are all dying every blessed day. You are all dying every day. Had you people risen up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is bad, there is no way that Fashoranti's daughter will not be alive today. That is the price you pay for duplicity. That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say, enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forest, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war. And you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying something about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know, they understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the Kanuri people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia. All the way from Senegambia, they've been expanding, and now they are in Okigwe. All the way from Senegambia. They are now in Okigwe. And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet because of 2023, because one idiot is going to come out to become a president, because of that rubbish, because of that nonsensical notion, we should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race. Is that how they reason? It is very, very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear. And about whom you will see it very clearly. I was warning you. In 2014, 2015, 2016, they said he's a warmonger. He's a warmongering. I went to America and I told World Igbo Congress that this war you are avoiding is going to come to your villages. They said, no, it's not going to happen. What is happening today? When Yoruba was supporting the dead idiot called Buhari, did I not warn them that this evil you're supporting will consume you? They never listened. They never wanted to listen. IPOB is a terrorist group. You're trying to divide Nigeria. But Mietiana is not. People that you are calling bandits, have you heard anybody come out to say, please Buhari, since presidency is there defending terrorists in the forest, why don't you proscribe them? No, you cannot proscribe a Fulani group. Never. And all of you, we are supporting evil. When there is the proscribed IPOB, proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. These are Yoruba journalists writing junk. Every day they keep writing rubbish. But their land is under siege. Their land is under siege, and the Fulani will take it. It doesn't take time. So I am here today to encourage them that they must stand tall and be very strong, resolute. That is what Fulani does. They control the media. They have well-paid consultants all over the world doing their bidding for them. They have that woman at UN trying to lobby the world that everything is okay in the zoo called Nigeria. But you and I know that the zoo is not okay. You and I know the game plan of the Fulani. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. Every day you read, you lament, you complain. Every day you read, you lament. And that's all you do. That is all you do. You read, you lament, you complain. You do nothing about it. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are being abducted. And the whole national government, presidency, is supporting such people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is viably sustainable. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow this contraption is sustainable, it is viable. It can never be. Because the more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you are inviting the Fulanis to take over your ancestral lands, take over your villages, and to make life a misery for you. That is the end game. That is the outcome. If you doubt me, go and do a bit of research. Ask yourself, who are the Hausa people? Who are the Nupe people? Who are the Bachama people? All of these people were steamrolled by the Fulani march to the Atlantic Ocean. And now they're in Yoruba land. They're in their forests. They are in their forests. And who is going to drive them away from there? This is not the Yoruba youth. Forget about your useless governors. Your elders are very strong. I love Yoruba elders. The way they behave, the way they talk. Very, very strong. They said they support Akeredolu. This is the governor of Ondo State. They support him in what he's doing. People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. I want some of you who have had your breakfast this morning. Please go to your fridge or go to where you keep your beverages and you will see pig milk. Pig. Some of us were raised on pig milk. For how many years now? And you keep asking yourself, what is pig milk? Pig milk is the same milk that the cows produce in Holland can be produced in the zoo. Tell me the country in the world aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from place to place, telling me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. All of you don't have any shame. When you have people, an entire presidency coming out to defend a very primitive, archaic agricultural practice, then you know you embrace just mess. You are in one almighty trouble, I'm telling you. People are in a mess. The Holland that you get your pig milk from, do they move cattle from Rotterdam to Amsterdam? I'm asking you a simple question. But they produce the pig milk that you're drinking every blessed day. Why can't Fulani produce pig milk in Sokoto? Why can't they produce Carnation milk in Kanu? They have the cattle. before the white man.
Are you not afraid for your life? And what happens?
I am dead already.
And at what happens if anything happens to you now? Do you have succession plans?
I am dead already. I was pouring some water, I do apologize. I am dead already. The only thing that can bring me back to life is Biafra. This life is meaningless without freedom, not just freedom. As I said before, I traveled to England to study for a reason and for a purpose. You cannot tell me that in England, they have gas piped all the way from the Scottish gas fields. There is 24 hours a day electricity. There is gas. If you're homeless or if you're unemployed, the government can give you what is called housing benefit. You can pay your rent and live in a decent home. They also give you money to feed as well. If I cannot do those things for my people, then my life is meaningless. So as I am right now, I'm already dead. I'm only waiting for Biafra to revive me and to resuscitate me. And I feel and I do pray that most other Africans should feel the way that I do. Because Africa is a failure because we fail to address the core and the key issues affecting our lives. We intend to change that. And by the grace of God Almighty in heaven, we shall be successful. My life doesn't matter anymore. What matters is Biafra. Everything else is irrelevant. And the zoo government, they know it. Everything is irrelevant. The only thing that matters to me, God is my witness, is Biafra, nothing more. I'm not doing anything. I don't have a car. I have nothing. The only promise I said to God is, give me Biafra, that's all. I don't want anything else. What am I doing with money? What am I doing with cars? I don't need them. The Biafra I do need.
So my people, you guys have actually listened to what Nnamdi Kanu said to you can hear when he said that I don't need cars, I don't need money, that everything I want is Biafra to come to pass. You guys can see they tried every possible means, to bring this man down, but he's someone that has never denied Biafra. Though there was a time that they were saying that if Nnamdi Kanu wants to settle out of court, that he should give his conditions as well as let Bola Ahmed Tinubu give his own conditions. But I tell you guys that the conditions that Bola Ahmed Tinubu may have told Nnamdi Kanu to do, I don't think Nnamdi Kanu will even agree to settle out, because the conditions was that if Nnamdi Kanu wants to be released, maybe he's going to denounce Biafra, and also he's going to say stop all the whole radio Biafra and stop coming online say anything about Biafra. But the Nnamdi Kanu, I don't think he's someone like that. I don't think he's even going to try that. I don't think he's even ready to deny Biafra at any time or at anywhere. This man is fully ready. He's saying that whatever the outcome is, I'm going to face it. I have said that he even went as far as saying that he's ready to die as far as Biafra come to pass. You should even know that a man that says something like this is a man that has given, he has put in everything behind his back. He has put in his family behind his back. He doesn't even care about what is happening. And they have found out that, oh, this man is a very strong man. Okay, therefore, let us still keep him in detention. The man is really, really strong. So, guys, let us take a look at what is now going on in court now. According to what is going on in court, they said that the prosecution has ended the reading of the witness and the court has gone on a few minutes break to recover shortly. So guys, stay tuned and actually wait for when we are going to, they're going to start the questioning of the witness again. So guys, I want you guys to just listen to this video and hear what this man has to say about what is really happening in Nigeria. Guys, take a look at this video and I'll be right back.
During the war, part of the things the government did to cause more death in the Igbo land was to take all the money deposited in the bank by the Igbos, all our money, and gave us only. During the war, part of the things the government did to cause more death in the Igbo land was to take all the money deposited in the bank by the Igbos, all our money, and gave us only 20 pounds. Whether you have 200,000 pounds or 200 million, or the federal government of Nigeria took it away, as long as it is owned by the Igbo man. He took them away and was using that money to fight us. What does that tell you? If it were today's world, what they did in the South was genocide. It wasn't a war. Because The Biafran soldiers were giving them hell at the battleground. Instead of them to battle them, they went after the civilians, innocent civilians, women and children. That was why the casualty was so high on Igbo land. They left the real soldiers who were fighting them in the bush because they couldn't match the Biafran soldiers. They now vent their anger on innocent Igbo civilians, women and children. That was why there was heavy casualty.
In the cause of a war, is that acceptable? Even though we know that they said all is fair in war. But no, is that action acceptable?
That's why we are complaining. Yes, that's why we are. It's not fair. Under the Geneva Convention, you are not supposed to do that.
Okay.
Go and look at the recorded history of what happened. Women and children who were hiding in a church in somewhere in Onitsha, they slaughtered all of them. Frederick Forsyth said at least over 300 people that he saw.
The Nigerian military did that.
Military, yes, slaughtered all of them. And even Benjamin Adekunle, the Black Scorpion, he was boasting on how he was cutting down women and children in Igbo land. He was boasting of it. No, is that what you call a war? You are fighting armless women and children.
So, Barrister, why didn't that reintegration process and re-radicalization process
it's going on with terrorists? Yes, exactly.
It's happening with Boko Haram terrorists. They are de-radicalizing them, disarming them, and reintegrating them back into the society.
Good.
And we've seen in all history of wars, like Rwandan genocide, like I cited, there was that program. It took place for peace and unity to be able to reign. Looks like it's some kind of closure for the people who suffered in that crisis. Why didn't that happen in Nigeria?
No, you should be asking Gowon, because he was in a position to do that, but he did not. He did not. So what is he telling me now? This is the man who would have taken care to heal the wounds, but he did not. Now he's telling us it was necessary. It was not necessary. On what ground? Who started that war in the first place? Who started that war?
If the former head of state, Gowon, didn't do that, the heads of state before him, after him, I mean, why didn't anybody, even in democratic system, when former President Olusegun Obasanjo came in 1999, Jonathan was there, Buhari was there, even the current president now, why haven't any head of state or any president taken any action for that?
Because of what? Propaganda, disinformation. Promise, since that war happened, it had been recorded through propaganda that the Igbos started a civil war, that we wanted to disintegrate Nigeria.
Until IBB's...
Good, until IBB wrote a book. You can see what we're talking about. So, shame is on them now, including Gowon. This thing you are telling me now, Gowon have not deemed it fit to discuss what is going on in Plateau and Benue as of today. His own state, Plateau. He has not told us what happened. Why are they killing them in that state now? His own state, too. He has never opened his mouth to utter a word about that killing going on there. This was exactly what they were doing to the Igbos that time until the Igbos reacted. This thing that's going on in Plateau, is it not enough to cause war? Tell me, is it not enough to cause war? This is exactly what happened in 1967 when they were killing the Igbos all over the place.
When lives have been threatened.
Perish. And you kept quiet, and you expect them to keep quiet. That was exactly what happened. Exactly what the same modus operandi. But because these people have tolerated, either they don't have the liver to fight or whatever.
All right, Barrister, let's move on to other stories.
So I thank God it's happening under Gowon's nose. I expected him to talk about
he's from
it.
Plateau State.
I said I expected him to talk about it.
A lot of Plateau State.
In the tradition of the Fulani man that attracts reprisal from all over the
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do.
Why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though we have relations all over the world, all over Africa. And so, presumably they are Nigerians. I think you get me. That is the misunderstanding. They move from one place to the other, and they have relations, kith and kins in all the parts of the country, and even outside the country. So, that is why our own population is fluid. We cannot certainly not say this is the population of Nigeria. Of course, we will try more to cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of
the operations.
Operations. You said to bring in the Fulanis together. We have Fulanis from other countries.
The issue of misconception, I said there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the
If I understand, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project. And you use the language, the culture itself to be able to convince them. Away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized.
You will understand the reason why people are concerned, because of all the security issues that have been happening over time. So if that...
These forests are there anyway. If you don't occupy them and create a colony out of them, they create places for the criminals. And today, that's why you have the Zambeza forest, because it is not being utilized.
But Your Excellency, much as yes, I mean, they are fantastic. We have met a lot of them who are Fulanis as well. But the concern too is, why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though we have relations all over the world, all over Africa.
So my people, you guys have listened to what these people said there, as well as what happened during what Gowon confessed to us. Like, you guys can imagine what Gowon did to the Igbos. Gowon was the one that actually started the war in Igbo land. Thereby, the meeting that they had with Odumogo Ojukwu, he went behind and said buying the Igbos. Like, when I mean buying the Igbos, he was buying both mother, both children, buying many people just because of... Now, people started asking, what is really happening? I thought that you guys went to Ghana for unity. Then why did Gowon come back and started buying everybody? And that is that is still confusing us to today. But thank God that Gowon has started confessing to us that he went as far as saying that we should forgive him, that he liked the Igbos. And we are like, you don't like the Igbos. If you have the mind to buy mothers, brothers, sisters of Igbo people, little children, that means you don't really love the Igbos. That's what so many Nigerians are saying. And they were saying that if you want us to even, I forgive you, you must first of all agitate for the freedom of our leader, which is Nnamdi Kanu. That's what so many people are saying. And I'm sure you guys also listened to, there was this popular video of where Fadam Baka was saying that Nnamdi Kanu is going to really be released this time around. Or this video of where Fadam Baka, this Catholic priest in Enugu State, he was seen agitating for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. He was saying that Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released at this very time. Now, many people have been praying for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Many people have been agitating for his freedom, that this time around he is going to be released. Like, you guys need to hear what Father Mbaka said about Nnamdi Kanu, that they have caged all our Igbo leaders. But if it was the Yoruba people or the Hausa people, they would tend to release them. But because of it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they detained him, but they released Sunday Igboho. That was what Father Mbaka was actually saying about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. To be honest, Nigeria is finished. The way they are handling the Igbo people now, it is very, very bad. Especially the marginalization of the Igbos. That's why you see, I told you guys that there's nothing like settling out of court, that even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to accept it. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't want the Igbos to associate with other tribes again. He actually wants us to go on our own. He wants the Igbos to go and stay on their own. That is what he wants. He doesn't see if it's the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanted them to stop the marginalization of Igbos. If he wanted them to stop the fact that Yorubas, and if he wanted the government to start putting the Igbo people in positions, if that was the only thing he wanted, by now he would have been released and they would settle out of court. But I found out something deep, that is not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants. That's what people don't understand. What he wants, if he doesn't want us, he doesn't want the Igbos to come back to Nigeria again. He wants the Igbos to have their own nation, because he feels that if the Igbos have their own nation, that there will be unity in the Igbo land and everything will start going well. Economy will balance for the Igbos. That is what he's looking at, that many people are not looking at. That's why if it was to settle out of court, he would have said, okay, let him settle out of court. But he doesn't want it. And that's the reason why you see he's not even talking about settling out of court. To be honest, guys, a lot of things is really happening. And many people have started agitating for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, they have been agitating for the freedom of this man, because they said this time around, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released. These people are trying all their possible best. These witnesses, they're trying all their possible to see if they're going to bring him down. Now, this is even the one that shocked me. This is where the lie started in court. He said that according to Uzoma, aka Onyami statement, a probably witness interrogated by the DSS and compelled to testify against the IPOB leader, he claimed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directed him to kill 2,000 people, but he only killed 30. Now, this is where the lie started. How can a grown-up man say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ordered him to kill 2,000 people and he only killed 30? This is where the lie started. And now many Nigerians started asking, because they reacted to it. They were like saying that, how can a grown-up man like you come to court and say such a thing? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ordered you to kill 2,000 people and you killed only 30. Like, who are you telling this lie to? Who are you telling this lie to? Not like you're under duress. Not like they forced you to, oh, if you don't do this, something is going to happen. Nobody forced you. You came out and said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you to kill 2,000 and you went ahead. And if they should follow the law that they followed for Metu Alali, this Fulani leader, if you follow that law in the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you find out that this person called aka Onyami Uzoma, is going to be the one to be in prison by now. Yes, he will be the one to be in detention by now, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never forced you to do this. He never pointed a gun on you. You were never in duress. So what sort of lie is this? You're just coming up with this lie to implicate him, which is totally wrong. He never put you in detail. And if they should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the way they released Metu Alali, because that was the condition they used to release Metu Alali. It's not that Metu Alali never carried gun. That the people he was giving orders to are the people that were buying people. So because of that, they released him. So if they should use that law, you find out that this Oko Onyami will be in prison by now. And many Nigerians have been saying that, okay, since he said this, let him provide evidence. He must provide the evidence. And if he doesn't provide evidence, that this man will be in fact, this man will be rotting in prison if he doesn't provide evidence. Guys, a lot of things are happening in Nigeria, and like I told you guys today, that they went as far as bringing more witnesses against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Yes, they went as far as bringing more witnesses. They want to actually try to see if they can actually bring this man down, but it's not going to work, because God is really with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like, God is really with him. Many people have started talking about everything that everything that is going on in Nigeria. Yes, if you guys even remember the time that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa paid this what they call them, these American lobbies. Yes, he paid these American lobbies a certain amount of money. I think it was around $50,000, or like the money was much. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu paid them that money in order for them to agitate for the freedom, to agitate for their freedom in USA. He also paid that to agitate for their freedom in Nigeria. But to be honest, my people, these people never made their way to Nigeria. They never even let them come to Igbo land and know what is happening. I'm going to be mentioning some of that group for people. Number one is Mekri. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu paid Mekri. to help in agitating their freedom in outside the country, as well as in Nigeria. But let me tell you guys honestly, these people never did anything. They never did anything. They just ate the money. They know if it's okay, let them come back to Igbo land, let them see how far what is going on. They didn't do anything. I'm going to mention another company again, because these are the people that Nnamdi Kanu paid for his freedom, but these people never turned up for him. You can imagine, even the UK people are not turning against us. Yes, it's just as if it's giving me this impression that the UK government does not want Biafra to hold. That is what I see it as, because I've seen many people saying that these UK people are even seen supporting the Northerners, thereby even empowering them with weapons. They said it, thereby even empowering them with weapons. Now, this is another group again that Nnamdi Kanu paid to. Say BW Global Group. Nnamdi Kanu paid money to BW Global Group. And now let me read what this firm does. This firm engaged with the US government, specifically with the State Department and Congress. So guys, sorry for the network issue. Then this is the first group that Nnamdi Kanu paid to. He paid to the BW Global Group. He says this firm engaged with the US government, specifically the State Department and Congress, regarding Kanu's arrest and detention. They expressed concerns about the potential grave consequences of Kanu's treatment and advocated for his universal human rights. This is BW Global Group. They said that this group was contracted for $750,000, which, if you approximate it to Nigerian money, is about 300 million. Now they paid them this amount of money for them to able to look for Biafra's independence and promote IPOB in UK. That's what they said, and promote IPOB in UK. And also, but what did they do? They ate the money. Now, the second group is Mercury Public Affairs, LLC. This firm previously represented IPOB with a contract that paid $85,000 per month, plus a one-time compliance fee of $5,000. Although the contract details are limited, it is clear that the Mercury Public Affairs played a role in promoting IPOB interest before BW Global Group took over. But to be honest, I would not lie to you guys. These people never did anything for Nnamdi Kanu's release. They never did anything to promote IPOB. They never did anything. They just collected that money and ate it. These people never made their way to Nigeria to say, okay, let us see how Nigeria is going to be. They never did anything. They never did. These people never said, okay, let us come back to Ebola. Let us see what Biafra is all about. These people just collected money. It's just as if they duped Nnamdi Kanu. The UK government, I don't know if they really want to give us Biafra or not. Many people are saying that the UK government are against IPOB. To be honest, I remember when Nigerians were saying that, oh, we are going to yes, Nigerians are saying that, oh, the UK government will give us Biafra. Let's pray for a good president in UK that they'll give us Biafra. I'm telling you guys, till now, they have not given us that Biafra that we wanted. We've even hearing rumors that the UK government are supporting Northerners, thereby empowering them, giving them weapons. This is totally wrong. Honestly, this is very, very wrong. Now look at the people that they paid to promote Biafra independence. They just ran away with the money. They never came to Biafra. They didn't even want to talk about what is going on about Nnamdi Kanu's case. This is totally bad. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share. Let me know your comments below about Nnamdi Kanu's court case today. And also, guys, if you know that you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, because of any videos we'll be dropping, so that you guys will be getting notification of any of our new videos. So guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys in my next like section.
So guys, you have seen all what is being said in court today about Nnamdi Kanu. A whole lot has been happening. Nigerians are yet to understand what is happening, what is going on. You know, a man, because of his tribe, because of where he comes from. And you see our clown leaders in the southeast dancing around Tinubu, thinking that, you know, is all about them, not about the people. But guess what? It will not last forever. So it's good that God is exposing them. The people who come out to speak and testify against Nnamdi Kanu, they are gradually being put to shame. You know, they are gradually being put to shame. We are just hoping that this judge is going to rescue the Nigerian judiciary that we know has been accused of corruption and all kinds of things. It is time for the Nigerian judiciary to stand firm and make sure that this case is brought to an end, because from all indication, they are just looking for something to crucify Nnamdi Kanu. Now, talking about the judiciary, I'm going to read this headline. It says, Justice John Okoro, accused by SSS of taking bribe, spotted loitering Benin Hotel as Edo election dispute reaches Nigeria Supreme Court. You see, this is a judge accused of taking bribe. These are the people that ganged up against Peter Obi in 2023 and after the election. Now he says anything Tinubu touches, he corrupts. The criminality is so deep. Meanwhile, Peter Obi is coming, you rig, you die. So Nigerians are fed up of all these kind of things, happening in the country today. And that is why people are having less confidence in the judiciary. This other person says some names are forever written on the black pages of infamy. Nigeria irredeemable. The day you will stop doing calmness with the APC, the day these judges will have sense. So, talking about the Nigerian judiciary, we all know that Nigerian judiciary has a long way to go to clear its name. The mess in this judiciary is something we cannot even understand how it's going to be cleansed. Now, going back to Nnamdi Kanu, you must have heard what the Fulanis are doing in the southeast and in other parts of Nigeria. I mean, they are there causing a whole lot of havoc. Why is the Tinubu's government protecting them? Why is nobody talking about prosecuting these headers that have buyed so many Nigerians? You must have seen the rate of the buying of people. And the people who are doing all this, but you cannot call them out. What does that mean? That's what people are asking. What does that mean? What does it actually mean? You can't call them out. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. And that is why people must sit up. It's good that even the Northerners, they are now realizing that actually, Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. Just for the fact that he's calling for secession does not make him a terrorist. And it's becoming clearer to everybody. I'm just going to allow you to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about Nnamdi Kanu's trial in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.